Following his defeat at the hands of Liu Kang in the previous Mortal Kombat tournament, the disgraced sorcerer Shang Tsung is forced to return to Outworld empty-handed, and without his former champion Goro. Having hoped to finally gain control of Earthrealm with their victory in the tournament, Outworld's ruler Shao Kahn prepares to execute Shang Tsung for his failure and for Goro's apparent death. However, Shang Tsung manages to convince Shao Kahn to spare his life in exchange for a new plan that guarantees the Kahn will finally be able to assimilate Earthrealm into Outworld. The sorcerer plans to host a new Mortal Kombat tournament in Outworld itself, with Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn hoping to lure Earthrealm's fighters to their homeworld, where they will face death at the hands of Shao Kahn's forces. 1 year later, Special Forces Major Jackson "Jax" Briggs receives a message from his subordinate Sonya Blade, who has been missing in action since the previous tournament. Having previously disbelieved Sonya's ally Johnny Cage in his story of the Mortal Kombat tournament, Jax is shocked when he receives a report from Sonya, who is currently trying to escape captivity in Outworld with their enemy Kano, the leader of the Black Dragon. Now knowing that Cage's stories were in fact true, Jax tracks him down to a film shoot to apologise and to ask him for more information. Before the two can discuss anything, however, they are suddenly attacked by several of Outworld's forces, including a new Shogun warrior named Kintaro. At the same time, Liu Kang, the winner of the last Mortal Kombat tournament and its current champion, arrives home at the Wuxi Academy to find it ransacked by another army of Outworld's forces and all of the Shaolin monks dead except for Kung Lao, Liu Kang's friend, and another fellow monk named after his ancestor, the Great Kung Lao. Having been unable to save their Shaolin brothers, Liu Kang and Kung Lao meet up with their mentor, the Thunder God Raiden, and travel to warn their comrades of the potential threat from Outworld. They arrive in time to see Johnny and Jax fighting Kintaro and the rest of the Outworld raiding party and jump in to help them. Upon driving back Outworld's forces, Liu Kang and Raiden deduce that Shang Tsung is behind the attacks on Earthrealm's warriors. Enraged at their Shaolin brothers' deaths, Liu Kang and Kung Lao vow to avenge their comrades and travel to Outworld to defeat Shang Tsung for good. Jax and Johnny agree to accompany Liu Kang, Raiden and Kung Lao with the hopes of rescuing Sonya from Outworld. Together, the 5 warriors travel to Outworld. Upon arriving in Outworld, the 5 are met by a revitalized Shang Tsung, who's been given back his youth by Shao Kahn. Shang Tsung informs the Earthrealm fighters of the new Outworld tournament and that the attacks on the Shaolin monks and Johnny Cage were their way of inviting them. A furious Liu Kang agrees to enter the Outworld tournament with the goal of defeating Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn for good, despite the tournament likely being a trap. Joining Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden, Jax and Johnny Cage are multiple other competitors, some from Earthrealm and others from Outworld. To the surprise of the competitors from the first tournament, a Lin Kuei assassin donning the colours of the deceased Sub-Zero appears in Outworld. Assuming him to be the Sub-Zero from the last tournament that he had heard about, Kung Lao attacks the assassin with his bladed hat, scarring the man's face. However, the assassin quickly clarifies to the other competitors that he is not Bi-Han, the previous Sub-Zero, but instead Kuai Liang, his younger brother. Previously known as Tundra, Kuai Liang donned Bi-Han's identity in the hopes of discovering who killed his brother and why. Sub-Zero is joined in Outworld by his friend and fellow Lin Kuei assassin Smoke, who hides around Outworld in order to investigate the ongoing events in the tournament, though he is willing to fight any who are able to discover him. Fighting on the side of Outworld with Shang Tsung is the shadowy reptile, who returns from the previous tournament, only this time as a competitor. He works with Outworld with the goal of having Shao Kahn restore his home realm of Zatera, after it was previously absorbed into Outworld centuries ago by the Kahn. Joining Shang Tsung and Reptile is the leader of the Tarkatan race of Outworld warriors, Baraka, who led the attack on the Wuxi Academy and lives to fight for his emperor Shao Kahn. Meanwhile, the Spectre Scorpion lies in the Netherrealm when he hears word of the Outworld tournament. Despite not initially showing any interest in participating, Scorpion becomes incensed when he hears of Sub-Zero's participation. Assuming him to be the same Sub-Zero that he killed in the previous tournament, an enraged Scorpion leaves the Netherrealm and travels to Outworld, so that he can see the Sub-Zero for himself and once again send him to the depths of hell. The last of Outworld's forces are the assassins Kitana and Melina. Kitana is the adopted daughter of Shao Kahn and his most deadly warrior. Born as the Princess of Edenia to King Jared and Queen Sindel, Kitana was adopted by Shao Kahn after he conquered Edenia, killed Jared and took Sindel as his wife before her death. As a result, Kitana harbours a hatred of Shao Kahn in Outworld and looks for a way to overthrow him and regain her home realm of Edenia. Suspecting that Kitana has ulterior motives, Shao Kahn orders Shang Tsung to create a clone of Kitana that will follow his will unquestionably and also keep an eye on Kitana for any signs of dissension. With Shao Kahn wanting the clone to be more ferocious than Kitana, Shang Tsung mixes her DNA with that of a Tarkatan, creating a hideous fusion of Outworld and Edenian. Presented as Kitana's twin sister, Mileena's horrific Tarkatan mouth is permanently covered by a mask in order to hide the truth behind Shang Tsung's experiments. Kitana is often joined by her childhood friend Jade, who's also a natural-born Edenian. Despite working for Shao Kahn, Jade is fiercely loyal to Edenia and is a trusted friend to her princess Kitana. Though not entered into the tournament, Jade keeps an eye on the ongoing events for Shao Kahn and is willing to fight anyone that threatens her emperor or princess. Though unknown to most of the competitors, a figure cloaked only in darkness and shadow also watches over the events of the tournament. Only appearing to fight anyone skilled enough to spot them, the mysterious figure, known only as Noob Saibot, disappears from Outworld as quickly as he had appeared, his true goal remaining unknown for now. With the fighters of the Outworld tournament gathered, the competition finally begins. As warriors from Earthrealm and Outworld compete against each other, Liu Kang meets Kitana and begins to fall in love with her. Kitana, meanwhile, begins to secretly contact the Earthrealm fighters in order to assure their victory over Shao Kahn. As the tournament continues, Sub-Zero learns the events surrounding his brother's death at the hands of Scorpion the previous year. After confronting his brother's killer, Sub-Zero fights Scorpion but is defeated by the Undead Spectre. Scorpion at first intends to kill Sub-Zero, but instead remembers his actions from earlier in the tournament when he witnessed him spare the life of a defeated opponent. Scorpion is confused at the merciful actions of this Sub-Zero, with him having only known the assassin to be a cold-blooded and ruthless killer with no qualms about taking a defeated opponent's life. Scorpion comes to the realization that this is in fact not the Sub-Zero that he had killed, but instead his younger brother. Seeing the cycle of revenge that had claimed not only the lives of himself, his family and clan, but also the life of the original Sub-Zero, Scorpion abandons his plan of killing the Sub-Zero and instead vows to watch over him before returning to the Netherrealm. Sub-Zero is confused as to why Scorpion spared his life, but is unable to find out why. With Scorpion having already left the tournament, Sub-Zero was forced to leave his vengeance unfulfilled as him and Smoke return to the Lin Kuei, prepared to face whatever punishment awaits them for their desertion. As the tournament reaches the finals, the fighters gather in Shao Kahn's Colosseum. Upon arriving, Jax is horrified to see Sonya and Kano tied up by Shao Kahn's throne, where they await their execution, with them being unable to rescue them. Kitana continues to communicate with the warriors of Earthrealm, including Liu Kang, with the two starting to become close. Having been ordered to keep an eye on her sister, Mileena observes Kitana's betrayal of Shao Kahn and confronts her with the intent of killing her. Kitana and Mileena engage each other in a fight to the death, and though it is close, Kitana is able to best Mileena in mortal combat. With her allegiance no longer worth feigning, Kitana kills Mileena in the middle of Shao Kahn's Colosseum and openly sides with Earthrealm. Livid at his adopted daughter's betrayal, Shao Kahn launches the rest of his army at Earthrealm's fighters. While the others fight each other, Liu Kang takes on Shang Tsung in a rematch from the previous tournament and is once again able to defeat him, this time in front of Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn then sends Kintaro to face Liu Kang, who desperately seeks to avenge the loss of the Shokan Prince Goro. The two take each other on in a brutal fight, but Liu Kang is once again the victor. With no one left in his army to face Liu Kang, Shao Kahn finally takes on the Earthrealm champion in the finals of the Outworld tournament. The two engage in a legendary fight, but despite Shao Kahn's immense strength and power, he is defeated by Liu Kang. Shao Kahn's defeat is a shock to the denizens of Outworld, including the despot himself, who in a fit of rage, demands the heads of each Earthrealm warrior. Chaos then erupts in the Colosseum as the warriors of Earthrealm try desperately to return home. Seeing his chance to free Sonya, Jax manages to rescue her and Kano from their bonds, though he immediately arrests Kano so that he can bring him back to Earthrealm and make him pay for his crimes. Raiden opens up a portal to Earthrealm in which he, Kung Lao and Johnny Cage manage to escape through. Sonya and Jax manage to follow them through the portal, but at the last second, Kano breaks free from their grasp and flees back into Outworld, managing to once again escape from the Special Forces. Liu Kang prepares to take Kitana back with him to Earthrealm so that he can save her from Shao Kahn's wrath, but she is instead captured by Outworld's forces at the last second, forcing Liu Kang to leave without her. Upon arriving back in Earthrealm, Liu Kang and the others lament the loss of Kitana, though they have faith in her being able to escape from her captors. However, the warriors begin to experience a dark feeling that with another crushing defeat, they will have to prepare for whatever fight Shao Kahn brings. With Earthrealm's warriors once again having escaped with their lives and their realm, a livid Shao Kahn imprisons Kitana for murdering Mileena and vows to destroy Liu Kang and take Earthrealm for himself. In order to do this, however, Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung begin another plot that will allow them to break the Elder Gods' rules and invade Earthrealm directly.
We await your return, warrior.